Hi, I'm Fiona Wallace, and this is Web Therapy.
Okay, Fiona, now this is our 13th session, and I took the time to review the notes from the last 12 sessions. And I have to tell you, I'm feeling unbelievably frustrated because it seems as if you are reluctant or incredibly resistant to come to terms with so many aspects of your life. In fact, all aspects of your life. You're in a state of denial. I keep telling you how you feel, and you keep telling me no. I say you feel angry. You say, no, I'm not angry. But that's not true. You do feel angry. You do feel resentment. You do feel revengeful. You feel all of these things. And you say no to me. And I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated by this.
Revengeful?
You feel unbelievably revengeful. Your whole life is a revenge.
Is revengeful a word?
Yes, it's a word.
Okay.
And that's how you feel.
But how is it that you've decided that I feel revengeful? I don't understand.
I mean, must we go over this and over this and over this? Our childhood was the polar opposites. I was adored. You were detested. I was beautiful. You were hideous. I was thin. You were obese. I was intelligent. You were possibly mentally challenged. I was elegant. You were, what is the opposite of elegant? What is the
Coarse,
opposite?
unrefined.
Thank you, perfect.
Well, I mean, honestly, all I can remember from my childhood are sun-dappled meadows and lollipops dispensed and rainbows. I don't know, gambling lambs.
I'm not surprised you remember lollipops dispensed. They weren't really dispensed, they were stolen. You remember that you stole those lollipops? Don't you remember that you were beaten? Do you not remember our father hitting you with his shoe? You don't remember this? Remember, it's right after they shaved your head for lice.
Yes.
Remember they had that big thing of lollipops?
Yes.
And they would give one to the child when they left with it because they were sick and they had their prescription filled and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And you took the entire container? Do you not remember this?
Yes, yes, that's right, because I felt like I deserved something.
You
They'd
felt
never
you
given
deserved-
me one before.
And then Daddy took his shoe.
Yes.
And remember, he hit you in the head? Don't
Oh,
you remember?
yes, like a tap in the head.
It was a tap shoe. It wasn't a tap in the head. It was a tap shoe, remember?
Oh.
Because he was dancing.
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
Right. And because it left the tap mark on your head because it was just your skull there, you know?
Right, I didn't have hair, right.
You didn't have hair because of the lice.
Right.
You didn't get breasts until you were, what, 19 or 20?
Well.
And you were emotionally so immature. And people thought
What?
a lot of people thought that you were disabled in some way. I was the captain of the volleyball team. Yes. I was the head of the honor society. Yes, that is correct. What else was I? Head of the debate club. That's when I was. What else did I do? Do you remember when you were at your absolute heaviest, which was enormous? You were enormous.
Well, I was chubby.
You will recall the Kip was my date that weekend. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then, inexplicably, you walk in wearing that man's suit. Do you remember that? And in comes Kip, and he looks, and it's like, I mean, I think he thought you were my brother. I actually do. He was my boyfriend. He was my boyfriend.
But he was done with you, and then he was my boyfriend. I don't know what the problem is.
Where is,
Jerome.
Giselle?
Jerome.
What the hell is the,
My lunch, I'll need an arugula salad, all right? Not on to you. Okay.
Oh my God, this is empty. Fat, fat, fat! Fat! You are filled with resentment because Uncle Stan did the inappropriate touching with me, chose me for the inappropriate touching. Do you recall? My point is that you were unappealing to Uncle Stan, okay? And Uncle Stan chose me. I got it. I got to get it from Uncle Stan, not you.
All right.
You know, I just don't really know how to get through to you. I didn't want to tell you this. I actually never wanted to tell you this. It's devastating. But I'm going to tell you this because I think ultimately you're going to benefit from it. During the divorce proceedings, Mommy and Daddy's divorce proceedings, there was a custody battle, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with Mommy, and you went with Daddy.
Yes.
And the reason that you went with Daddy is because they determined this with a rock, paper, scissors challenge.
Okay, so one got you and one got me.
And Daddy lost the rock, paper, scissors. And he got you. And I'm sorry to have to give you this news. Neither parent wanted to take you. Both parents wanted to take me. It's a bitter pill to swallow, and I hope you're okay.
I am all right with it because I think it's difficult for an adolescent teenage girl to grow up with a mother in the first place. So I got to avoid all of those issues, and I spent the time with my father, and I think fathers are...
I gotta tell you, that was my biggest gun. Seemed useless, pointless. You are unflappable, Fee, unflappable. I've been looking forward to telling you that for years, that story. But that's amazing, actually. This is a magnificent waste of time. All right, well, our time is up, it seems.
Okay, great.
Where did you get that jacket? I've been meaning to ask you this whole session.
Oh, this one, I got it when I was in New York. I think at Bergdorf or Henry
Oh.
Bendel or something, yeah.
It looks so much like the one that Mommy has.
Oh, really?
Actually, that's the color that Mommy wears all the time. I mean, when she's
she
wearing
always looked
clothes.
elegant, yeah.
It's not the best red for you and your coloring.
This red?
Yeah, it isn't. I don't think it is.
It's not because I've worn it for a long time. I mean, I always thought that it suited me. I see what you mean.
Yeah, right? You see how your hair, it looks sort of, it's sort of a muddy, the red turns it kind of mud.
I don't know why I always thought that it looked good on me. That's really crazy. You know, I've worn it for such a long time. When I think about all the events I've been to and I've worn this color. And then, do you know how long I've been wearing this color? Since I moved in with Father, I was wearing this color.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
What is that? What? Because I moved in with Father, and so I wore a color that I associated with my mother so that I could...
We're running
Try
out of
to.
time.
Is that what?
Seems
That
as if
doesn't
we're
make any
running out of time.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fair to run out
I'm
of
gonna
time.
have to mute you because
Right
we're
now.
done. Our session is over with.
But I don't think that's fair. I mean, what is this supposed to mean? Wait a second. Spend so much time trying to be like my mother. That makes me rethink. I don't want to have to rethink everything. Could I have had children all this time?
Oh, you're still there. I've muted you. I can't hear you at all.
Well,
I'm
then
just,
unmute me. Unmute me.